honorable judges, fellow debaters, and esteemed guests. This third affirmative, the third negative, would first like to begin by restating the entire debate. First of all, the opposition has brought up the harms, including medical problems, STDs, and pregnancies. The negative does agree with these harms, and these are the harms that we are trying to solve. However, the difference between the two groups is the method of solving it. The affirmative believes that we should allow to publicize sex offender personal information. And as I will rebut later, this is not the most effective way. The way our critique working is, first of all, this method is putting our minds on the wrong way. First of all, for example, imagine a bully beats up a child. Do you blame the child for not acknowledging the bully was fair? Or do you blame the bully for beating up the kid? Of course you blame the bully. And this is exactly the problem with this. In this case, we are making it the duty of the people to stand up for themselves, to do research, to know where these people are, instead of directly addressing the problem of the sex offender. Instead, we should change the sex offender and use medical treatment to prevent him from conducting sexual offense again. So moving on, so what exactly is wrong with their plan? It is a vague plan. Going down the list of their entire plan. So who will do it? They brought up that experts will do it, but who exactly are these experts? How will we know that they have the credentials? Where will we grab them from? They mentioned our government, but our government is a huge thing. We can't just say the entire government. We have to clarify which department will be enforcing, which department will be in charge of hiring. The thing is, they have nothing here, so therefore it is impossible to follow through. For financial issues, they bring up no ways of bringing up financial issues. There's no funding, there's no way to guarantee where the money will come from. There's a lot of spending that comes from this. For example, the Megan's Law that enacted publicizes sexual offenses in America, it costs a total of $3.9 billion, and this is a huge amount of money. And where will this money come from if we do it in Taiwan? There's no guarantee it will happen. What are they going to do? They're going to allow publicized sexual information in places like schools. But what about places that aren't schools? What about what do we do about the adults? There's still 41% that are not children. Are we not going to protect them as well? No, we need to protect them as well, and not only schools. So that and again, if you publicize information only to these schools, then sex offenders will still continue to find children in other regions. They won't wait in the schools. They'll wait outside of schools, lurking behind and stalking the children, and that's not something that we want. So what the negative side is proposing is that we simply attack the root of the problem. We give them therapy. We provide them with medical attention that they truly need. And we feel if we do stop sexual offenders from having the motivation to conduct sexual offenses, then it completely eliminates the need for this thing. And this is a plan that is costly, and it does little to change anything. Therefore, judges, please vote for the negative side, as we have a clear plan, and it will directly address the roots of the problem. Thank you.
May I take rebuttal speech? Okay, greetings. So first of all, again, we have to address the importance of publicizing the personal information of the sex offender. Of course, publicizing the sex offender's personal information will make the secure of the public. And this is the first step what we need to do. We need to secure the society. But then, of course, this whole problem cannot be solved by one night or just a few years, so we have to go through step by step. And of course, we cannot now to solve it completely. And then we agree to go with the negative plan, going through solving the problem from its roots, from the medicals, but we can do that step by step while the society is secure. Then we can go into the process of solving the problem from its roots, from the sex offender, from their mind, and how to educate them to decrease the crime rate or recidivism rate. And also, of course, they have brought up the problem of the money or who is going to do this. But we have mentioned in our constructive speech that we have been using platform. We're going to create a platform that will open to certain employees for now. And then they have cited that the Megan's Law has used a lot of money and fund to operate their system, but we have to say that we're completely different from Megan's Law. We haven't cited from any information from Megan's Law, and we're not completely using their information. So we believe this evidence cannot apply for us. And as they have mentioned the seriousness, and they have agreed that this sex offense is a very serious problem. So of course, we of course will not ignore the fund, but we have to also consider the importance of this problem. since it's so important for us to need to be solved, of course we will need money, and money of course is necessary. So then we believe that money spending in this type of serious problem is not it will be more efficient. Okay, and so in conclusion, we're going like to state that the negatives plan or solution has no conflict with what we're saying about publicizing sex offenders' personal information. And the affirmative is strongly in the hope of wishing to solve this problem in the future, step by step. Thank you.
That's the end of this debate. In 5 minutes, we'll have a job to discuss how much and all things performances, not